Going on YouTube, another update going on. As you can see, got the pump over here pulled because the other day I came out and noticed there was something different about everything, and there was no water going to that black bed and that black bed there. And then I found out that the pump went out, and it was still producing a little bit of water, but not enough. So I had to run to the store and just buy a cheap pump. And that's what this black pipe right there going into the water is. Can't really see inside there very good, but just goes in there, has a little 90, it's shooting up a little bit for a little aeration going on. I had to pull this pump here. This was the old pump, and as you can see, it's all in liters and meters and not in feet and gallons. So that just shows that I got that from the wonderful eBay. That was my very first pump that I got for the system. And now I've got another one. It's pretty much the exact same pump as this one, only it's a little better build design. The front end looks a little better. And this variable speed knob is just a little bit bigger. But overall the same thing. Just put the fittings right back exactly like they were. Now it's about to get sunk into the water and get hooked up so we can see what our flow rate is and see if I have to adjust it. This is what the temporary setup looks like. I just took some black funny pipe, put a 90 in there, and literally just ran it straight down, pushed it right on top of the pump, and it's just sitting right on down there. But I already got the pump hooked up, got this pipe all the way up to here, there. So all I need to do is grab my extra stretch right here and hook this guy up, and we'll be ready to test. Alrighty, got all that hooked up. The other pump is disconnected. Got that cord right here. So got to pull that and put that back in the Aquaponics system and see what kind of flow rate I got. Hopefully a little more than I need. That way I can divert it and add another bed. But let's see here in a second. There we go. Oh wow, that is very fast. That is way more water than I'm going to be needing being pumped in here. As you can see, it's already overflowing and going right out the front there. Definitely more water than I need. Alright, let's fix this. Okay, pump turned all the way down. Let's see what we get now. Whew, still pretty fast. Darn it. First attempt at fixing the problem. I just added a T there with a female fitting, screwed in a hose bib. It just pours right into my little fish tank filter that doesn't have a filter in it. It's not really hitting that, but besides that, we're still losing water. So, going for attempt 3. Alright, got another one, riser going down as well. Both flowing right into that overflow. Same result. Still nice and high. Alright, so just to fix this, we'll go ahead, make one more cut, and we'll make an actual solution for this and make it work. Alright, well this setup I kind of like. I've got a 3/4 ball valve there, and I've got the hose bib. They're both teed off and pointing down, so gravity will pull the water down that way, as well as the force from the pump. But just doing that, I cut my flow down significantly. You can see that's pretty much how I judge is from the drain. If you get water actually right there at the bottom of the elbow, if I can start seeing some water there, backing up that is, past that, that's usually too much water. And as long as we got a good flow, like right here, that looks pretty good. And right here, that looks pretty good with a nice big thing of sludge right there. Awesome. Then normally everything will be going pretty good. So the way I also like this setup, because now I have a lot more power behind the pump. Not only do I get more aeration in there, which eventually goes into there, which I just love the sound. The fish obviously is starting to like it. Not only that, but as you, well, maybe you don't know, but in aquaponics, the pump over time, like every couple weeks or so, you got to clean it out. You'll get all kind of sludge, fish poop, algae buildup, all kind of crap in the impeller, and you got to clean that stuff out. So, and it's usually a process. You come out and it's like reduced flow, So with this kind of system, I don't have to go ahead and clean the pump right away. I can just go ahead and slowly close that ball valve, and then slowly close the hose bib there, and get more and more flow going to it, and take care of it that way. And then whenever it's all the way clogged, I can go ahead and clean it out, and it'll be ready to go. Alright, well, now that that's all done, I guess on to the plants. Everything's doing pretty good. You can see these guys are all bushing up really good. There's little strawberries still popping out. This is almost the middle of June, and we've already got, look, tons of them. In the last video, I mentioned about the yellowing of the leaves, needed some chelated iron or cheated iron, or however you say it or spell it. I couldn't get either one right in the last video. At the very end, the outtakes, I didn't even want to put it in the video. It was too ridiculous. But I did go ahead and I took probably about a quarter tablespoon, or maybe, no, it was a quarter teaspoon, that is, of the chelated iron. I just call it chelated. I have no clue how it's supposed to be said. Murray Hallam's the funniest, and I think he calls it cheated iron or something like that, but he's Australian, so... So I went ahead and put about 2 1/8 teaspoons of chelated iron into, which is water-soluble iron, and put them right into the bell siphons after a drain. After they're done draining, like you can see, almost, there we go, you can barely see it there, hidden underneath there. Well, after it was done draining, I would just pull the whole bell siphon right out, drop it right in, that way it would mix in with the water, and it would pretty much be getting right to the roots of the plants, and then to the fish tank. So I only went with like a quarter teaspoon. I like to start small and then work my way up, so I'll probably go with a quarter, and then I'll probably, I don't know, probably do another quarter and another quarter if I'm not getting any better results. Over here, everybody got a little yellowing going on, just like last week, but not that big of a deal. They are looking pretty good, except for this little guy right here, right next to that leaf. It looks like it might be about dead, but everybody else seems to be tolerating everything with all the different changes. We had no water for probably about 18 hours or so, and then we had too little water, and now we're almost getting too much water. So got all kind of drastic changes going on right now, so no telling how the plants are taking to that. Everybody up here in the hydro setup is doing very well. Their pump never went down, and this guy actually has some flowering, looks like it's going to do, and so does this guy, which is very, very encouraging. These tomatoes, when I made the very first video, I was actually laughing at myself, thinking there's no way these guys are going to actually be able to go in 2-inch pipe. They're going to be way too big. The roots are going to clog it up, which still may happen. We're still very young, and they're just going to be way too heavy for the system. That's why they're out here on the corner. And all the lightweight stuff, except for these peppers, I just didn't know where to put them, are on the center. These peppers over here, all the peppers over here, they're all keeping relatively small, except for that one. That one's poking up pretty good, looking pretty nice. Brussels are going pretty great, standing up, like I said in the last video. I don't know how great that is, because we're already into June. It's like well, almost the middle of June, and these are supposed to be spring crops. These tomatoes over here, they're doing pretty good. Got a few flowers on this guy right there starting. This one, however, is not flowering yet, but this was one of the broken ones. I don't know if you remember, but one of the last videos, I had this part right here above my finger was the actual main trunk of the tomato that snapped off. So this is actually just an offshoot there. So I guess when you look at it that way, this one's doing really, really good, because it's just a little bit below the other guys. And again, they're on the outside. That way the weight will be able to support them, hopefully. I really don't know what I'm going to do once the roots start really going nuts and everything. I might have to just remove the pipe and everything and figure out another way to put them in. I don't know. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. Right now I'm just having fun, and if I fail, I fail. And in case you were wondering and didn't watch my last videos about how this is actually going, there's really not that much water going in there. This is, yeah, I believe this is the exact same pump that I had on the other system. You can see some of the root mass there. from the tomatoes. An air stone going in there, and all algaed up, nice. But it's oxygenating the roots pretty much for this tomato, and hopefully oxygenating the rest of the water for everybody else. But that's about all I got so far. Got a lot of water flowing, and except through the hydro setup, as you can see, got a little algae buildup, and it's just trickling out there. But I really think everybody, except for these peppers, that is, because they're like yellowing a little bit, everybody else is really liking this setup. So I guess overall this is a pretty decent setup. I might go ahead and just grab a few more plants and do another row right here, 1 or 2. Or maybe I will go ahead and think up of a better design where I can put them on the sides and get a couple more rows going. And to come full circle back around here, got these peppers right here. They're a little yellowish as well, but they're still pretty new as well. And you know, these were also in the beds where the pump went down, so who knows exactly what's going on with that. Alright, well that's all I got for you this week, YouTube. Till next time. Later.